Sorry to keep you waiting. Complicated business.
Hi, fellow patriots. This is Peter Boykin from hashtag Go Right. Share this right now. Time to go right. You want to see something funny? Dun 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 dun. Progressive superheroes. Progressive superheroes. Hilarious. Comedian Ryan Long shows us what it's like to be a superhero when you're woke. I always thought about that cartoon with Superman comes in and he's trying to save somebody and they're like, I'm here to save you. Ma'am, how dare you assume my gender? How dare you assume my gender? And I go by they, them. They, them. Is it just you? In the next panel, you see Superman walking out. Was anybody in there? Nah. Burns his costume. Walks away. So watch this. What to do when you're a superhero and you're woke.
Mission's in, boys. We're about to pay a visit to a guy who won't let his wife leave the house.
Oh. You mess with women, you mess with us.
Strap in, boys, because the perp's name's Mo, and we are heading to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. I feel like that's more of like a cultural thing.
Yeah, do we really want to be imposing Western values? Is that our place?
There's a lot of calls. Let's just pop that one back in the queue.
Oh, here, you know what? One just came in. Here we go. There's a guy, he's killing endangered animals. Slam dunk.
I bet it's a dentist.
No brainer.
Yeah, look at him. He's poaching elephant tusks, and he is located in Zimbabwe.
Huh. Is that
That's
what he looks
him.
like?
Yeah, that's him.
Is that the perp?
That's definitely him.
It's got to be a cultural component that we're not really understanding here.
That's
Yeah,
like
is
a big yikes for me. It is a cultural thing for them.
I mean, would we rather him starve?
Okay, I got one right here. It says there's a shopkeeper telling customers to speak the language.
Oh, no!
Speak the language of my fist!
It says right here that the shopkeeper is located in China, and it is just not a good travel day.
I personally have got a bit of like an adductor thing, so if we want to keep it local maybe today, get home by dinner.
I mean, if you're in China, like, learn the language. This is a respect
They're
thing.
native.
Thank
Tom.
you,
I mean, okay.
thank you. I was thinking that.
Homophobic religious organization.
Okay.
I want to puke out my insides!
That one is a nether traveler, so we're gonna put that back in the queue.
Keep it local.
Customs is a lot.
A government spying and detaining alleged terrorists without due process.
Oh, that's no good. That is no good.
Soak it in. This is the guy that they're detaining. And
The guy in the MAGA hat?
Yeah, maybe that's like the wrong photo.
I feel like I'd want some more information about what he did because
Yeah,
our
there's
government's got to
probably
take
more to
precautions
that
to protect its.
story.
Let's move on.
Oh, I just got one coming. Oh, here we go. It's a guy named Benjamin. That's fine.
I like it.
That's
Right.
fine. Won't let his daughter date outside of their race.
Benja dead.
Why do bad things happen to good people?
Here we go. Here's a photo. Check him out.
Oh.
Yeah.
What are those like tassel things? And why is he dressed in all black with a hat?
Yeah. You think when he said race, he meant white race or like Jewish?
Yeah, I'm kind of having trouble figuring out if there's a cultural component here.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if he meant Jewish, he would have said religion.
Right? Is Jewish a race?
Yeah.
It seems like it's
White guy named Doug just punched his wife.
jackpot.
Uh-oh. Even CNN's legal analysts say that Trump has broad authority to declassify whatever he wants, and the Supreme Court will side with him. Constitutionally, yes. CNN legal analyst dumps cold water on Democratic hype over Mar-a-Lago search. Watch. Don't you love it? Don't you love it when they prove themselves wrong? When the Constitution actually steps up for us. Love it.
I do want to talk about that because the process of declassification. So is it what basically former President Trump is saying, which is you can wave a magic wand if you're the president and go, poof, you're declassified. Is that how it works?
Constitutionally, yes. Okay. The declassification authority rests with the chief executive. That's the president. The president is not just the head of the executive branch. He is the executive branch. Yes, there are all manner of forms and protocols and procedures and worksheets that one should follow, so it's done in an orderly manner, so people know what has been classified and declassified, that presidents of both parties have observed for a long time. But if we're talking about just the law and constitutionally, the president has the power, and it cannot be, no pun intended, it cannot be trumped because one of the agencies in the executive branch has come up with a worksheet that wasn't filled out. So we do need to keep that in mind. The law allows very broad, perhaps even broader than we like, but the reality is very broad declassification authority.
But, Miles, that doesn't make sense. How can any president, forget Donald Trump, just any president, say, poof, you're declassified and never fill out any paperwork and not tell anybody that?
I think we're going to have a national commission on this after the fact because both sides are going to be upset depending on the outcome of this case. But I've got to side with Ellie here. I think it's egregious if Donald Trump left the White House with this information. At the same time, though, you can already see in his early defense of him saying, well, it was declassified. This is speculative, but I really, really doubt Donald Trump proactively declassified any of this upon leaving. But it's very hard to show that. He does have extensive authority in this space as a commander-in-chief. He could have said, yes, I declassified it on the day I was leaving office. And there's no provision in the Constitution that says this is how that has to be done. I think if it went up to the Supreme Court, probably the Supreme Court would side in his favor.
And two quick things, if I can. Let me just say, he has very broad authority to declassify, but there's a legitimate question about whether he actually did.
Correct.
Well, if he didn't tell anybody, how will we ever know?
That's exactly the point prosecutors
come down to.
This is the fundamental problem, is that their argument will be he could have declassified something in his mind on 11:59 a.m. on January 20th, and it's all legit, even if as the boxes were being loaded up to Mar-A-Lago.
And that's what juries are for.
The practical problem in this has to do with little things like, I mean, Richard Nixon went to the whole court case around Nixon v. United States where he said the tapes are his personal possession. People said no. Well, did you just lack the wit to say I declassified all of that? No. I mean, look, the larger point is Donald Trump gets treated like a malevolent child and excuses are made. And the additional problem is no other ex-president we would not think that someone would take highly classified documents, put them in his basement, and then argue that they're rightfully his.
Well, no, that's different than if it's constitutionally somehow okay. I mean, that's just different.
Well, I'm going to
it might be constitutionally. They're saying that it might be constitutionally.
I'm going to switch sides on the table here, and I'm going to actually defend your point, John. I think if push comes to shove on this, we should live in a nation of laws where when the president exercises an authority, it should be documented. Yes. And if the president's going to declassify something, whether he writes it on a cocktail napkin or the form that Ellie mentioned, it should be documented. That's what this could ultimately turn on if it went up to the high court at the end of the day.
All right, if you're going to hold everybody to that high standard, the cocktail napkin standard. Thanks so much, gentlemen. Ellie Honig, Miles Teller. Stick around. John, thank you. Stick around also. Okay, Donald Trump's messaging about the search of his home has been particularly confusing.
Thanks for listening to Go Right with Peter Boykin. Please like this post, and please subscribe and follow and share this podcast to all your social media accounts, and visit GoRightNews.com for more Go Right News with Peter Boykin. If you like what you hear, help support the podcast by donating. The link to donate is on GoRightNews.com. Thank you for your support.
Check out this news story and more on GoRightNews.com and the podcast #GoRight with Peter Boykin.
Go right and register to vote. Your vote matters, so vote. Go right and vote. #Go Right. Go right. Do right. Be right. Go right. Do right. Be right. Lead right. Think right. Vote right. Vote right. Think right. Lead right. #Go Right. It's time to join the Go Right movement. It is time to #Go Right for America. Join us at GoRight.us and GoRightNews.com. It is time for the Great American Revival, and it is time to #Go Right for America.
Thanks again, everybody, for listening to this, and please share it everywhere. Again, this has been #Go Right with Peter Boykin, a part of Go Right.